right, day 14, 2 weeks, y'all. Does it feel like a habit yet? Does it seem second nature to just do the thing? Today I've got it scheduled into my day now. It's like a part of my routine to do this. I got my shoes set in a certain spot just to make it easier on myself, and yep, I got the shorts that I wear, because I wear them like 2 or 3 times and wash them. Yeah, and I'd rather not dirty up extra clothes if I don't have to. Yeah, so it's kind of in my routine. Don't know if y'all are feeling the same way, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely feeling like more a part of my life than something I had to do. And maybe at the end of this month, it'll just be something that I can't stop doing, because that's how habits build. You build it into your routine, and then it, like, I don't know, like brushing your teeth. I get that's hard for some people, but like at a certain time of night, it's just like I'm already in the bathroom with the toothbrush in my hand, and I couldn't fathom not doing it, and that's a habit, right? Because I could choose not to do it, and after a couple weeks maybe of choosing not to do it, I wouldn't be brushing my teeth in the evening anymore. So yeah, I mean, that's just, it's habits for you. Anyway, my day has been pretty chill. I edited the Antpocalypse. I just finished the video, so I officially know how long a 3-minute to 4-minute vlog will take me to edit. And so if I do an 8-minute to 10-minute one, I know it'll take me 2 days of work. So, well, technically 3, I guess. The first day is filming, and then the second day was editing for the Antpocalypse. So it took me 2 days technically. But yeah, I think mixing these in with the shorts, I just had another animator come through, and so I'm trying to work into my schedule, meeting with all these different people and giving them stuff to work on. And I feel bad because I've been terrible about messaging back and giving work when I know I have work for them. I just haven't been able to instruct them accurately in it. I need to do like a video call with all 4 of these people and just say, okay, so here's where things are. And I mean, honestly, the second channel would probably be super helpful for them to like see my animation process. The guy who sent me his today, or I finally got to look at it today, looks great. The only thing that he even got the subtitles right. Like he already did my subtitles, which is like fucking holy shit. So yeah, I mean, that's even more. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to pay him more because like he's doing half the editing work. I don't know. I'll work that out later. Definitely taking work off my plate. Super thankful. But the only note that I had for him is the eye line. It's a little confusing with my animations because the camera is shot from an upward angle, and so it's almost like you want to place the camera in Blender at that upward angle constantly. But you got to find ways to work around it so you can put the focus on the eye line, which where my eyes are right now, that's the eye line. And so anything of focus you want to keep right in this line here. You can go slightly above or slightly below, but that's kind of where you want to keep the main subject of the story. And it can be an object, it can be a person, whatever. But the one that he sent, like all the characters were this low on the bottom third, and that'll get lost in the title and description area of the shorts, and yeah. too much negative space at the top, but that's a super easy fix. It's not really something that a lot of people would pay attention to until way later in their YouTube game, or if they're people that look up YouTube advice a lot. A lot of people don't do that, which is, it's kind of crazy to me to know that a lot of people have never like looked into it, how to improve or how to, like, what you need to know about YouTube. And within a month of creating for YouTube, it was like the first thing I did. I found vidIQ and started watching them. And yeah, I mean, everybody, different strokes for different folks, I guess. But I think the eyeline thing was something that I learned maybe the first year at least. I know that because that's when I learned about Hayden Hillier-Smith, and he was the person, one of his videos talked about the eyeline, and I thought, well, shit, like, I knew to keep the faces on the top third, or try to, but the eyeline is so much more than just where you place eyes. It's where, it's about following the focus and knowing exactly where the focus is. And the eyes can move off down here as long as the next thing that you're going to focus on starts right here. You can have that next thing move back up into the eye line. Or if you want, I don't know, if you want to keep focus in a totally different area, just on shorts, it doesn't make sense to be down here, you know. But like Mad Max, for instance, all of their eye lines or focal points are like dead center. And they don't have to be at the top third, right? They can move up and down, like that's kind of his rule, but yeah, he keeps things centered. Anyway, yeah, that was like one of the first things that I learned from Hayden. And I can't remember what, like, one of the best editing tricks that I ever learned. I don't think I learned from Hayden, but I'm sure he had mentioned it at some point in one of his videos. And I can't remember how I found it, but I know it was a woman, and it was a short, and it was how to speed up your editing workflow or whatever. And this might seem obvious, but it really wasn't that obvious to me. I would, and sometimes I still do this depending on how I want to edit, if it's chronological or whatever, but the easiest way to edit is to start at the end and work towards the front, because your best takes are the last or second to last one that you do before you move on. And so you're gonna see those first, and then you know to cut out everything before it. And instead of starting at the shitty ones first and then working your way up to the best one, like, unless you're like me and you have to see every single take. I don't do that anymore, but I used to. I used to have to see every single thing and make sure that I had the perfect one. And that was a total waste of time. That, like, the only way to get your head out of that space is to embrace perspective. And I guess the quickest way is to start showing people what you're doing. And that's never been my strong suit. I've always been super quiet and working in private. Not intentionally, it's just like what I had always done. But yeah, so eventually I started working backwards on my edits, and now I've gotten so used to doing my takes that I'll just do it until it feels right, and then I know the last one is the very last one. My takes used to be like 20 takes per line, and now it's 3 tops. Usually it's 3, because I'll screw up twice, and then the first time I don't screw up, I have to move on. Like, it's just what I do now. I don't even know how I got started on this rambling session, but yeah, I used to do a lot of things that wasted time when it came to editing. Like fucking around with fonts. Like, oh, please don't hit that squirrel. Come on, dog. Oh, that squirrel's way far away. Okay. Yeah, like things like fonts and getting the shadows perfect and stuff. There's one video, you can go watch it now. It is 4 editing tricks. It's something about editing. That it was my second video for vidIQ, and it was like, God damn it! I wish I could look at my phone right now and look it up. But the goal for that video for me was to make every possible screenshot in that video look like a thumbnail. And I have like this black outline around me, and the shadows that come off me, like I adjust the length of the shadow depending on how far the depth of the background is behind me. And like there's one part where I'm talking about my channel. Let's call it John Scott. I think that's the line. And there's like a light bulb that flickers on, and I keyframed the shadow coming off of me to interact with the movement of the light bulb and how bright it got. And like just these little things that I loved, but didn't, they kind of set you back if you're trying to be super efficient. Now, I am kind of caught in between like what really motivates me in that sense, because those little like tinkering fuck around sessions where I'm trying to perfect just the tiniest little thing, that shit makes me happy. And as long as I'm comfortable financially, I'll waste weeks just doing shit like that. And I think that's why I like Blender so much, because there's so many little areas to tinker and keyframes to fuck with and colors and materials, trying to get the right shine on a specific metal. No, that metal, it's not rusty enough. I gotta add a noise texture to it. Just these little things that, yeah, you get it. I think ultimately, like at the end of wherever this YouTube journey is heading, I would love to be able to like direct a movie, because I think that's kind of where my taste is going. And I absorb the things that I watch, and I see certain things that the directors do that I'm like, wow, like I want to be that guy. I want the team to look, I don't even want like the fame out of it. I just want to be that guy, the tastemaker of a movie, you know? Like Vince Gilligan. Like obviously Bryan Cranston is the face of Breaking Bad, but I'm the kind of guy that goes and searches shit about Vince Gilligan. Yep, yeah. One day. I think if I could make enough money to make my own movie, I absolutely would. And maybe that's where all this is going. Shit. Whew. I think I just got bit by a fly. Horsefly. Yep, I think that's where this is going. Eventually. A movie or a series. A series would be badass too. I just, maybe what I need is to just make enough money to go hang out with Vince Gilligan. And I just want to see him work. And maybe that's all I need. Maybe that'll scratch the itch. Maybe it'll scare me away from wanting to direct. But, I don't know. I think that when you edit your own stuff, you see how you act. You work on how you act. Like my journey to the authenticity style that I have, it didn't start out that way. First, I YouTube guide. I was like, hey guys, and I was that kind of guy. I tried at least, but it was real easy to like fall right out of that when it wasn't my face being shown, which that's how my animation channel was. And I still wanted to amp it up a little bit. And after so long of watching me act, I started to fall in love with the times that were most genuine. Like a laugh that would make me look dumb. That's what I like. That's the kind of thing that I'm like, I think other people really connect to that. Any moment of vulnerability, I dig. Yeah, I recently realized this because I was editing that the Antpocalypse video, and there was one moment that I didn't know what to do or what to say, so I just started laughing, like David. I don't know, the guy that does the tongue thing, and he always wears a hat, and he always laughs when shit's not funny. David. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. But like, I heard that laugh kind of come out of me. And I'm like, wait, why am I trying to ham up the situation if the situation isn't very funny? Like, yeah. And so I killed that pretty quick. But yeah, it's easy to fall into that trap of not being yourself. And a lot of people say that if you do that, eventually you will get burnt out because you can't go forever being somebody that you aren't. Yeah, I really don't know where I was going with this one, but it's I was just trying to talk about what I like to see in my editing. A lot of times I don't know what take I'll pick if there's a lot of improv, but any moment that actually gets a genuine, like, emotional reaction out of me or something funny, that's usually the one I'll pick. Like, at the end of the Antpocalypse video, I had a couple lines prepared, and I'm talking about the ChatGPT video, and I said something like, have you ever wondered what ChatGPT would buy you if you gave it unlimited access to your credit card and Amazon? I know I have. And the part that I say, I know I have, I said it really dumb, and then I started laughing at myself, and then I finished the line, and that's the one I kept, because I laughed at myself. And yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it felt like, I don't know, it felt like that's probably what the viewer might do, and connection is so much more important than delivery. As long as you don't need to be super clear. Like, if it's a very serious topic and clarity is important, then yeah, maybe find a balance. Oh man. Anyway, so I pitched to my wife the idea of a thumbnail. And I said, okay, so basically the whole story is there was a bunch of ants in my house, and I had a struggle with getting bait and setting it all down, the poison bait, and setting it all down before a storm came in. Because you couldn't lay the ant killer or poison down or whatever when it's raining. So that was the struggle, and I was talking to my wife, and I was thinking maybe the thumbnail could be something like me in the back with a flamethrower, and like in the foreground there's an anthill with ants crawling out of it. And then she's like, you could just like do your face with ants crawling all over it. And I'm like, damn, that is a much better thumbnail. For one, it's less clickbaity because like there's no flamethrower in my video, and I just wanted to make a thumbnail that seemed fun, and so the flamethrower just sounded fun to me. But yeah, doing like a really scary, like I'm fucking sick of these ants face with ants crawling all over my face, that's good. And it's, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do when I get back inside. I'm gonna finish off that thumbnail and schedule the video for tomorrow, probably at like 8:45, 9, something like that. And then I have another one that I want to work on. It's, maybe I mentioned it a couple days ago. Maybe I mentioned it yesterday. I don't know. It's about these fucking Labubus. These, like, I'm pretty sure I talked about it yesterday. But it's the craze, the new Beanie Baby Cabbage Patch Stanley Cup craze. Labubus. And I found out that the way they got famous was, well, from a lot of work, but then they started becoming a good luck charm in Thailand. And then I think her name's Lisa from Blackpink. She really wanted one, and then she started buying a bunch because it was like how she released her stress or whatever. It was her hobby. And that kind of like launched it into super trendy stardom. And so now everybody's buying the shit out of them. And tomorrow, I found out that there's a somewhat close store to me. I mean, it's not super close, maybe like an hour. And so I'm gonna make that drive and get one and see what the buzz is about. I really don't know what the story is here, but I'm sure I'll find it along the way. Sure, I'll find it. Maybe I figure out what the craze is about. Maybe I fall in love with Labubus. And, yeah, you know, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure they come in like a mystery box kind of thing. And so maybe I go buy the box and then take it back home and do a more professional looking unboxing. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. Unless something crazy happens, and then the crazy thing will become the story. You never know in this life. But, yeah. So, I think that's pretty much it. I gotta start on the next vlog tomorrow while I simultaneously get these animators ready to help me with the shorts. And, yeah. Yep. I guess that's it. If y'all have any ideas for stories, like vlog stories, let me know. The Labubu thing just came from me seeing it on H3 Podcast and me hearing about it on My First Million podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts. And so, yeah, people are crazy. Not a sustainable business model. If I were somebody with money, I would definitely invest a little bit and short that stock. Short it. Man, I was doing this grind to 1 million subscriber thing on Twitter. Every day I was posting an update on my subscribers, and I totally just stopped doing that after like 30 days. I got so caught up in like creator fulfillment that I stopped interacting on all social media. I really need to get back to it. I just love creating stuff so much. But like, man, a post on Instagram a day or something would help a lot. Maybe I need somebody to manage my socials, and like only I run the story part of my Instagram. That's something I could manage. When I start thinking about all of the socials, like the community posts on YouTube, Twitter updates, Twitter threads, and then like Instagram stories, Instagram reels, Instagram posts, Instagram carousels. I just get overwhelmed with all the shit that I should be doing that I don't do any of it. It sucks. I just wish every social media kind of had the one thing that they did. Instead of all try to be like each other and try to compete in the same space, I wish it was back to the OG. Like Instagram was pictures, Facebook was people you know, Twitter was tweets, YouTube was videos. I wouldn't even mind if we just didn't have shorts anymore. I mean, I know that's crazy to say, but like I don't get as much of a connection to people through short form. I don't mind vertical at all. Like I think formats are whatever. It's just it's a length thing. Like I don't want to make content that's forgettable, you know? And that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, maybe you could think, hey, you know that guy that makes the animations, but he puts himself in the animations? I guess I could be remembered for that right now, but that's that's not a lofty goal, and I'm usually a lofty goal kind of person. Man. I'm not having soup today. I didn't have soup yesterday either. Not a lot of soup going on these past couple days. I was at the gas station earlier, and Not Like Us was playing, and the two workers were in the friggin' freezer rapping along with the song, and there was a line up front around the register, and it's Circle K, so they have like one of those things where you put drinks on, like it can scan itself. And so as long as you're not buying something that you need to get ID'd for or whatever, everybody can kind of take care of themselves. But like the guy at the front of the line needed cigarettes or something like that. And so everybody's just kind of waiting in this line for these girls to get done rapping with Kendrick. And yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. I guess, I mean, I've been there. I've worked at a gas station before. You kind of, a job like that, it's not really something you invest your soul into. Whoa, Falcon. Punch. Falcon punch. What is that? Oh, no, wait. I was thinking tiger kick. I know what Falcon Punch is, but the way I was saying it was from Street Fighter. The way I was saying it in my head, guys. Jeez. Stop trying to correct me. Stop trying to preemptively correct me. Stop trying to correct the way I use the word preemptively. I know you were doing it. Okay, let's time this out. Trying to miss my sprinkler. Miss me with that shit. And that shit being water. Tiger. Play A minor. right. That's 30 minutes on the dot. I'll see you tomorrow. Day 15 tomorrow. Damn it, I did it again. I hit the focus instead of the stop button. Whew.